What if somebody says, there's just no work out there. I've been laid off. I go out every morning and look, and it's been a year and a half, and I just can't find work.
Well, this is the thing. And again, let me add all the qualifiers of not wanting to be harsh or cold, or
Right. Because you're about to be.
Because I'm about to sound like I am. I don't want to be, rolling down the window to yell at the homeless bum to get a job.
Right.
You don't want to come off like that.
Right.
Having said that, I'm fond of saying when the first settlers got here to Idaho, there were no jobs.
Right.
Just 0 jobs. No one was offering any kind of employment, whatever. No jobs. There was plenty of work, but no jobs. And we have gotten to the point where we've got, I think, something of a slave mentality. We think it's the president's job to create jobs.
Right.
It's not the president's job to create. Is there work to do? Is there work that needs doing? Not. Is there someone who has already taken the risk and set up an infrastructure and offered me a job? Is there work that needs to be done? And so, if that was the case, when the first settlers arrive at a prairie or a mountain, there's no jobs, but there's work. Then what are the opportunities in a settled area for work? So you look at a town and say, how much work is there that needs to be done? And as opposed to how many people are offering jobs? Because a man in a down economy, which we're in, a man could get a morning paper and in 15 minutes look at all the jobs that are available and find out that there aren't any new ones from yesterday, and be done looking for. He could be diligent as far as that goes and be looking for a job every day.
Right.
It takes him 15 minutes if it's a down economy. But suppose he goes down to the hardware store and buys a paintbrush, and he spends the day going door to door saying, ma'am, do you need your kitchen painted?
Right.
Right. Do you need your kitchen painted? Do you need your kitchen? And he does that from 8 to 5 every day. That kind of hustle is going to shake things. Is going to shake some things loose because there's work. There's work there.
Okay. And how much do you think complaints about either the kinds of jobs we have or the lack of jobs, whatever? How much of this is contentment, and how do you get to contentment at the heart of it, and how do you deal with that?
Well, one of the things you do to measure your is this an objectively bad job that Jesus himself would hate,
right?
Or is this just contentment issues? One of the things to do is look at how you do elsewhere with contentment issues. How do you do in traffic jams? How do you do when the kids are fussing? How do you do? Are you a discontentment monkey?
Right.
If you are that in all these other areas, I struggle with discontent. Here, but my job, it really is a bad job.
Right.
Well, no. Let's factor this other stuff out. Let's get contentment. Let's rejoicing in the Lord, full of the joy of the Lord. And then if the job is still really,
right,
bad, then man, God gives us this negative feedback so we can change it. Go somewhere else. I don't think people ought to stick out a terrible job, but it's amazing how often when you fix your attitude, the circumstances are transformed overnight.
Is there a mistaken sort of hidden presupposition in a lot of people's hearts about what we have a right to, the kind of life that we have a right to?
Yeah, and they call it work for a reason. It's work.
Right.
If someone says, I like my chemistry teacher because he makes it fun, well, there's a limit to how much you can do that. And occasionally you'll have a super teacher who does that with everything all the time. Yeah. But that's not the way the world works. There are a number of things that, you're just, you're carrying bricks from this part of the yard to that part of the yard. And it is what it is. And the only thing you can change about it is your attitude, where you embrace the aches.
Right.
You embrace the hard work component.